Take cover! Lads, they've surrounded us. Drop your weapons. We need to surrender. There are too many of them. Drop your weapons now. Bring the flag, bring the flag. I can't believe I'm doing this. All right, cover me, lads. Please surrender! No cover! Please surrender! Please surrender! Come on out with your hands up! I can't believe that the one closest attempt we came to creating a free Irish Republic had to be in this post office right here. Oh, a letter for me. Oh, it's a warrant of arrest for my illegal activities. Don't think that I want to be caught with that or with the British. Anyway, lads, it's a dark day for Ireland. However, this is not the end. Mark my words, this is not the end. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Stone to Steel, where I will take you through all of human history from beginning up until the present. And today, we acknowledge the history of Ireland today, 1916. So, I need this. I've just been fighting in Dublin. Those British put up quite the fight. Easter Rising, Dublin, 1916. With the Irish post office surrounded by English forces, the rebels inside who were trying to proclaim a free and independent Ireland were all surrounded, and they had to surrender. And of course, this was a dark day in Irish history, which forever became cemented as the Easter Rising. None of you understand what's going on? All right, fine. I think before I continue, I think you all ought to know a little bit about Irish history. So, how about I tell you a bit of context before we get to what's happening now. Go all the way back to the proto-planetary disk, when the sun was surrounded by dust, and all the dust was clumping together to form the planet center. Don't want me to go that far back? That's fine, I know. I said be here all day, and you wouldn't get onto the history of Ireland. All right, let's start a bit more recent in history. Going back to the Stone Age, during the Ice Age, well, Northern Europe was all frozen over. And of course, the early Homo sapiens went on a migration all over Europe and all over the rest of the world. And of course, did you know there was a land bridge between Ireland and the continent? Because, well, the world frozen over, there was no ocean there. However, as climate started to change and cool down, well, this changed everything. And I really mean it changed everything. And so, of course, while the cradle of civilization was at its height, ancient Egypt, ancient Mesopotamia, the small little island that became Ireland was, well, in its dark ages, with prehistory, with no records at all, except for primitive tools and settlements. However, eventually fast forward to the Celtic migrations in about 500 BC, and the Celts, who basically are those who are native to Northern Europe, went spreading around and even reached into Ireland. And they found all these strange structures built by the Stone Age natives that, well, they didn't know what caused this, so instead they created, well, interesting reasons such as fairies and giants and heroes. And this is the origins of the Gaelic religion and paganism that was to be in Ireland for many centuries. And so, of course, this pagan Ireland wouldn't last for long because, of course, fast forward and now the Roman Empire is on the stage. And so, of course, the Romans invaded England in the 1st century AD. Of course, Caesar took all of his soldiers and invaded England, going all the way up to Scotland. But did you know that the Romans never invaded Ireland? it's very interesting to note that Caesar actually had one of the most accurate descriptions of Ireland of the time. He literally described Ireland as being an island west of Britannia, which is what they called Britain. And so, of course, the Romans didn't see any strategic benefits of claiming Ireland. It was far too cold and isolated and no use. So the Romans never touched Ireland. However, the Romans did convert to Christianity in the 4th century AD. And this, of course, affected Ireland later on. Who of you over here know about St. Patrick's Day? Yes? Hands over there. Anybody want to tell me, an Irishman, what St. Patrick's Day is? Huh? A hand over there. What's St. Patrick's Day?
It's a day where you're supposed to wear green, and if you don't wear green and you're an island, people can pinch and kick you.
It's a day where you wear green in Ireland, and if you don't, the people will... Well, only if they're English do we kick them out. Oh, no, not quite. But nearly there, yes, they wore green. Who is St. Patrick? Because actually, St. Patrick's Day is named after the Saint Patrick. Anybody want to try and take a guess at who St. Patrick is? I see no hands. Yes?
He was a high person. He was better than middle class.
I see he was a higher person, not really the middle class.
Like kind of mostly known.
Let me tell you guys who St. Patrick is. All right, yes?
I know he heard the name, but I can't remember.
You remember the name but can't remember?
Yeah, I heard it on the movie in the plane that Mom was watching, but that was in March, so
Oh,
I cannot
you saw it on the moving pictures. Drrrr. Yes, I love the moving pictures. They're so entertaining.
movie.
All right, yes. Yes, last hand. Casted all the snakes out of Ireland. Yes, there's a fact. So, ladies and gentlemen, St. Patrick was around in the 5th century AD. And so, of course, while Ireland was still in its pagan state, with all the native Irish there worshipping their various pagan gods and the Celtic culture, in comes St. Patrick. Born in Ireland, he went over to England to learn the ways of Christianity. And so, of course, the church, recognizing that St. Patrick was a native Irish and had so much knowledge about Ireland, they sent him back to Ireland to go and convert the pagans to Christianity. And this he did. In fact, St. Patrick was actually very smart. Imagine it. You have to go onto this very big island, or actually quite small, but by relative standards very big. And you have to now go and convert all the people to Christianity. It's no easy task. But St. Patrick, because he knew the people well, he had a very clever approach and decided that, well, he needs to bridge the cultures. And of course, he created metaphors that would help the pagans understand. You know where the four-leaf clover comes from? This comes from St. Patrick. So he knew that in order to try and help the pagans to understand Christianity, he took the 3 leaves of the clover to represent God, Christ, and the Holy Ghost, or the Holy Spirit, but that's after the Protestant Reformation. But anyway, we'll get to that. Anyway, and of course the 4th leaf on the clover is for luck, because you know how rare it is to find one. I spent hours today trying to find one in the garden. I only found 3-leaf clover, so you're very, very lucky if you find a 4-leaf one. You found a 4-leaf clover?
My friend found 4 4-leaf clovers right next to each other.
Oh, I don't need to hear that, all right? I'm the luckiest man around, not your friend, all right? Good on her. And so, of course, St. Patrick introduced Christianity into Ireland. And this actually gave birth to a new golden age in Ireland. So Christianity transformed the land, and Ireland went through its own intellectual revolutions with monasteries being erected, churches, everything, all galore. And of course, many people went to Ireland to get educated. While the Roman Empire collapsed in turmoil, Ireland was there, safe and sound, enjoying the intellectual knowledge that had been passed down through the Christian texts. And so, of course, I've even seen one of these crosses myself. When I visited Ireland, I saw a cross from the 9th century AD. Very, very special to see such a thing. So, you know, Ireland has such a rich history. And so going a bit more forward, and well, ages of peace never last forever, because in come the Vikings. Now the Vikings have a thirst for conquering and pillaging. Some of you remember the show long ago with Brother Garrett and the monastery? His greatest foe were the Vikings. And so, of course, well, the Vikings didn't only just touch England, but also Ireland. And so the Vikings raided Irish coasts. they even settled in. Some of the Vikings grew such a liking for Ireland, and I don't see why they couldn't have done that they decided to stay. And one such city that the Vikings founded, they named Dublin, which later was named into Dublin. And of course, Dublin, the city itself, was originally a Viking settlement. And so, fast forward, and the Normans have come into the scene. The Normans are now the new invaders. Yes, after the Battle of Hastings, remember when you met Sir Gerald, and as he defeated the English in 1066? Well, 100 years later, the Normans now invaded Ireland. And so, of course, the Normans established their rule, oppressing the Irish natives. And of course, this was a whole new dawn of time for Irish history. And so, of course, they built some of the first castles in Ireland, some that still stand today. So, of course, the Normans were quite cruel. But if you thought the Normans were bad, well, the ones to follow would be even worse, I tell you. Fast forward, and a man named Brian Boru decided to attack the Normans and defeat them, which he did in battle, even though he unfortunately died in the battle. But nonetheless, it was a great victory over the Normans. And so, of course, fast forward, and now the English have got their eyes on Ireland. The English didn't like this influence, so they decided to start suppressing the Irish culture. And now we've reached the Middle Ages, and the Middle Ages were quite rough for us Irish. So if you fast forward to the time of Queen Elizabeth II, well, she basically ruled Ireland with an iron fist. And of course, a few famous rebels who defied the English, such as Red Hugh O'Donnell, they fought the English, blood, sweat and tears, even initiating the 9 Years' War, in which, unfortunately, the Irish were gravely beaten. And so, of course, after 9 Years' War, fast forward to the time of Henry Tudor, and of course, well, Henry Tudor came before Queen Elizabeth, excuse that. Anyway, Henry Tudor having all the drama with his wife, some of you might know about that. Him and divorcing his wives also meant a divorce with the Catholic Church, and he founded his own church, the Church of England. And this, of course, meant that, well, Catholic Ireland next to us, we don't like it. And so, of course, during the Tudor age, with Queen Elizabeth, King Henry Tudor, the 9 Years' War, Ireland saw some of its most bloodiest battles fought on its mainland. And so, of course, fast forward a bit, and Ireland is now having to beat off English invasion and occupation. Fast forward to the 1700s, and now England has initiated the penal laws, which basically stated, if you're Catholic, well, shame on you. And so the Irish were heavily taxed and burdened with all the laws from England without any concern. And so for centuries, this just was the Irish way, living under the yoke of English oppression. However, fast forward to the 1800s, and things are starting to change. People are starting to realize that, how come we live here on an island, separate from England, yet we're having to be forced to adopt their ways and their culture? So it started to become popular to start to talk about an Irish republic. Don't say that out loud when the English hear you, else they're gonna arrest you, all right? Yes, talk all over Ireland about forming a new independent republic. And of course, culture was started to be revived. The English were a little bit more lenient on their laws, and a new Irish culture was born. But it was still under the British Empire. And in 1801, the Union Act was formed, where Ireland was officially part of the British Empire. Oh dear, whatever shall happen next? Well, somebody in a certain Archduke Franz Ferdinand was assassinated in Serbia, and well, just as things were starting to get really bad with the North polarizing pro-Britain and the South wanting to be a republic, and the Ulster Unionists and the Irish volunteers were poised for war, World War I broke out and halted all of that. And so, of course, with the Great War beginning and Britain declaring war on Germany, both sides saw a common enemy in the Germans, so decided to put their grievances aside and fight together in the Great War. And so, of course, well, things were going all right, but up until 1916, a few Republicans decided that, well, since Britain is so distracted in the Great War, it's the perfect time to strike while the iron is hot. And so, of course, they decided to declare their own Irish Republic, and cited an Irish post office in Dublin. And this led to the Easter Rising, one of the biggest uprisings ever seen, with effects that would reach far and wide. And unfortunately, us fighting in the post office, the English caught us and rung up all our leaders and executed them all. There was no mercy. However, this had the opposite effect on the Irish public. As opposed to keeping them oppressed, they began to see that, well, look at this oppression by the English. This is the perfect time to take up our arms and rise up for what they do to us. And the leaders who instigated the Easter Rising became martyrs. And of course, we are now reached this time over here. So before I go on, I think, we shall also be revealed as the show continues. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Stone to Steel. Please do enjoy the show. Now we're just going to quickly set up, so give me a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, step right up, step right up. May I have your attention? May I have your attention? For too long have the English been oppressing us, and after so many years and so many centuries of English oppression, the light at the end of the tunnel, we finally see a way out of the English yoke. So, I have over here my lovely recruitment stand to join the Irish volunteers in the Irish Republican Army. For so long we've been forced to live the way of the English. And what of the way of the Irish? All of our forefathers who came in the Easter Rising have fought there and died there. They didn't die for nothing, all right? The English took them all and executed every last one of them. And so, of course, we can't let this go unanswered. The call across Ireland is far and wide to take up the struggle, all right? So, I will over here be needing a few volunteers to come and join the Irish Republican Army. All right. Step right up, hands up. All right, you over there, come on up. Come stand to my side over there. Let's see over there, you over there, come on up, new volunteers, all right. All right, another one over there, you, come on up. You as well, come on up. You as well. So many fresh recruits, so many, it's wonderful. What a beautiful sight. You as well, come on up. Let's see, anybody else? All right, you look like a fine, strong lad. It's just flowers, don't worry. I mean, it's just ashes from the post office to remind us of the Easter Rising. Don't eat it now. They have a lot to learn, All right, another one over there, and over there, come on up. Whoa. So, boys and girls, welcome to the Irish Republican Army, all right? So, before we start, I need you to line up in front of the table in a straight line right over here. Stand right up, line up.
I was born out the street where all was wrong with me.
Nice. Very well done. Now what we're going to do, boys and girls, is I'm going to sign you up to fights in the IRA, alright? So, one at a time, step up to the table and I shall sign you up, alright? First line up. Oh no, in front of the table. Alright, so you lass over there, what's your Irish name, alright? Not your real name, your Irish name. Just come up with something, anything you like. How about Ashira the Savage? Ding! Well done, go back to the line, alright? Next one up. What's your Irish name? Sophia the Scoundrel. Ding! Back of the line. What's your Irish name, lass? Something with some sass to it, I say. Glandua the Grand. Ding! Next one up, back of the line. Alright, what's your Irish name? 𝐸𝐿 the killer. Right. Ding. Back of the line. Back of the line. Next one up. Next one up. What's your Irish name? SpongeBob the SquarePants. Ding. Next one up. Next one up. Patrick. That's a good Irish. Patrick the Star. Good Irish name. Ding. The Star of the Rebellion right there. That's your Irish name, sir. Squidward what? Squidward the Squishy. Ding. All right. Next one up. Step right up. Step right up. Broly the what? Broly the bad. You make me have to redo that. Broly the killer. It doesn't really rhyme, but it's good. Ding. No retakes. You're already in the IRA. You're already in the IRA. Next one up. What's your Irish name, lass? Mango the Mad Mango. Ding. Don't worry. Don't worry. I've got it all up over here. Don't worry. So, volunteers, step right in the line up on the steps so you can see me. When you're fighting in the Irish Volunteers, a certain type of war and battle is demanded from all of you. You need to learn how to fight, alright? Fight the English, alright? Before we start, any guesses as to what we use to fight the English, alright? Any guesses? We use guns? Yeah, I suppose we do, yes. Something else, though? A bride. With a fire. No. Bombs? Bombs? Yes, we sometimes use bombs, yes. Right? Rotten fruit. We throw that at the Parliament in England, yes. Aye. That's on there. Swords. Boys and girls. Yes, we use all of those above mentioned things, maybe not really the rotten fruit. But of course, no. The type of way we fight the English is such. Hide! Hide! Go hide under the table! Hide! 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 Hide under the table! Hide under the table! Go! 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 Yes, boys and girls, the way that us in the Irish Volunteers fight is we hide. We all hide. Because the English are a stronger force than us. So we need to hide and wait in hiding. And only when the English are small and divided do we strike. Alright? So, boys and girls, this is how we fight the English. So, come on back out, come on back out.
So we ambush them.
Aye, aye. It's in hiding. Don't worry, I can run away. So, boys and girls, for our next game now we're going to play to practice and train you to fight for the Irish Free State. Is a game of hide and seek.
Can we tackle? Can we tackle?
No tackling allowed. No leprechauns are around. In this stage area, right over there up to that tree and up into my black box, sort of within view of the audience, go find a hiding spot. You got 30 seconds. Go, go, go. 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, skip a few, 10, 9, 8. You think the English are going to wait for us? Obviously they're not. 5, 4, skip a few more. The English are here. All right, boys and girls, the hunt begins. So pretend that I'm the English and I am here to try find you. And if I find you, you better hope that you said your prayers.
Someone's behind you.
Hands up! Since I caught you, come and help me find the others, all right? Come on out wherever you are. I'm British. I won't hurt you. I found some more! Come on, prisoners! Out! Come on out! Come on out! Come on out!
We should have stayed with the Germans.
Now you're all English and you're going to help me find them, alright? Where did they hide? information, no? Where are the others? Find them!
Nothing.
Find the Irish traitors and bring them up, round them up! We will not stop until we find them all! Did you find them? Bring them out! Bring them out!
The traitors!
You've been caught! Come on out!
When you came, I just ran onto him, so we ran over him.
Well done! Give them a hand! They fought! They hid so well! Yes, as part of training for the Irish Free State, you gotta know how to hide, alright? Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, go take a seat and I'll be meeting you a bit later, right? Go, take a seat. Give them another round of applause, the volunteers, so bravely they fought. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's true. We launched a guerrilla war in 1920 when we decided that enough is enough, and we took up arms as Irish and decided in open battle to fight the English. But the only way to defeat a force stronger than us was through something called guerrilla warfare, where we literally as a small force hide in the countryside. And then of course, when the enemy would be on all of its convoys all across our beautiful Ireland, then of course we would hide and waiting to ambush the convoys. And as soon as we caught them, no mercy was spared, no prisoners were taken. And of course, we formed the flying columns, which were our great answer to mobile warfare. So yes, we did ourselves well in fighting the English. Anyway, so now I thought it's actually about time that I do a bit of training as well. So I thought, how about I hide? And audience, I need you to all close your eyes while I hide, alright? And no peeking, alright? You're going to be the English now, alright? Alright, audience, ready, steady, close your eyes. Cameraman, put your hand in front of the camera. Aye, that's it. Alright, close your eyes. I'm not going to hide until all your eyes are closed. Good.
Wait, you can't do the name with your hand. It's not be looking through your hand.
Alright, you can look now.
Found you!
What? I heard a great disturbance over here, so I decided to have a look and see what's going on, yes? Any illicit activities, yes? What's this over here? Irish Republic? What's this about over here? Dreadful! Who's the ringleader? Who's the ringleader of this? You there, come on up, come on up. All these people trying to defy English laws, that right here. Come on. I hereby place you under arrest. Whatever you say can or will be set against you and whatever that is. Right.
Allowed to lick the toes.
Toes? No, not even that's allowed. Next time. Let this be a message to all of those who want to try fight for their Irish Republic. No, I say, no, for the name of the crown, such things are illegal, never to be allowed. Right, go have a seat, volunteers, all right? Please have a seat, my friends. All right, so, I've caught you red-handed, all right? So, we have over here a terrible rebel over here.
I'm not the ringleader!
You're not the ringleader, I say. You're not the ringleader, no ways. I've caught you red-handed, haha. It's me you want. Who said that? I'm the ringleader, English. If you want me, here I am. What? You are the ringleader? No, I've caught her red-handed over here. This over here volunteer's only been in the IRA for 5 minutes. Sorry, I'm the one you want, English. I'm the one you want. All right? Sure, I see then. If that's how you want it then, I've got you now. You can catch us. You can catch my volunteers, all of them. Round them all up like you did to our leaders at the Easter Rising. You can round me up but the free spirit of the Irish lives forever. They will live forever!
You and what army?
Volunteers, I need you again. Go and hold the British down. Go, go!
What? What? No!
Hey, dear. Hey, dear.
I may be evil, but I'm a man of myself.
He's a gentleman. He's a gentleman. Excellent. Well, you might have caught me, rebels, but England will have its retribution, all right? Wait, what is this all about? Why are you holding me hostage? Volunteers? The English, he's gotten away. He's gone now. He's gone. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. All right, volunteers, gather around me. I want to tell you something. So, volunteers, what are we going to do now? This is unheard of. The English is now getting away, and you are like this, and then... Who punched me? It was you? It was you? All right. All right. Let's start a fight. Who wants to fight me? Come on up. Wait a minute. What are we doing? What are we doing?
Fighting!
We're all Irish and we're fighting each other.
I'm not Irish, I'm British. I'm British.
Maybe I wouldn't mind fighting you, all right? Volunteers, last time. All right, you stay here. We're over here, all brothers and sisters. Now we're all fighting each other. What's this about? What has gotten to us? Have the English influence come and gotten into all your minds? Have you forgotten that you're all Irish? I say no. We all need to cast off the yoke of English oppression. For today, the day when Ireland needs us most, we're now fighting each other. Michael Collins, our great leader, has even been killed in all the fighting. For so many centuries, the English have held us under our yoke. Battles after battles, wars after wars. When is it ever going to end? When are we finally going to put down our arms and finally stand together as the Irish people? For Irish people, that is who we are. That's who we are, and English can't change our identity. For today marks a great day in Irish history. After the proclamation of the independence, we finally, in sight of a free Ireland, right in front of us in our grasp. None of the English to oppress us. Finally, our children and our children's children can dream of a future. They can dream of a future where they're finally independent. Ladies and gentlemen, join me as I proclaim a free Irish Republic. Hip hip hurrah! Oh, another hip hip hurrah! Oh, that's lovely. Very good. Long live Ireland! 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 For today, we're standing here, hand in hand, together. After so much struggle and bloodshed, at last, independence is in sight. So, volunteers, I say, how about we go and hunt down the last remnants of the English, I say? All right, I thought I saw the English go that way. To arms! To arms! Ah!
Why do I get the feeling that I know someone who's been in such a situation just as I'm in now? Oh dear. Anyway, Irishmen, I surrender! I surrender! Please don't harm me! Come on out, English! Come on out! I hereby surrender my forces and hereby proclaim the Irish Free State. All of you Irish volunteers, you have your free state. Hip hip hurrah! Anyway, I've got to get back to England now, alright? So I'll see you all later, alright? Cheerio! Right, ladies and gentlemen, this brings us to the end of our skit. Thank you so much for coming, boys and girls. Volunteers, before we end off, I've got a little chat, and then how we play one final round of hide and seek, yes? This is how Ireland's history played out. In the early 20th century, it was a very tumultuous time to be Irish. And of course, after the Easter Rising in Dublin, 1916, this was of course a great momentous event in Irish history where for the first time they're actually claiming the Irish Free Republic. It would only be years later, 1920 to 1922, where a big long war was fought for independence. And of course, you all remember the scene where we were all brawling each other, yes? It actually did happen, it's true. Straight after the War of Independence, the Irish Civil War began. Some of the Ulster Unionists couldn't agree. And of course, Sinn Féin, the leading political party, was divided, not knowing how to rule Ireland now. So they fought a long civil war straight after the War of Independence. However, eventually Ireland did settle its differences. Sinn Féin became the governing body of Ireland. And so of course, fast forward to 1949, and eventually the Irish Republic was formed. It is now off the yoke of English oppression. Of course, Northern Ireland was still, well, English. And that's a whole nother long story, alright? But we'll get to that at some other point, alright? But of course, most of Ireland is independent now. And up until this day, South and North Ireland exist in a bit of a wibbly-wobbly balance. But that is a story for another day. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for coming. Volunteers, you ready for another round of hide and seek, alright? So pretend that I'm the English and go hide from me, alright? Go, go, go! You got 30 seconds! Now we have such interesting pot plants at the junction. Very a nice decoration.